A few years ago, we made a decision that changed everything.
You need to tie that around you.
That wasn't stressful at all, was it?
Oh, oh, right!
Coming up on this episode.
That's kind of sad, isn't it, honey?
It is.
Oh.
An awfully nice stove for a shop.
Look at how dirty this load is. The block shifted? Oh no.
Alright, just fixing them up.
Wow.
Yeah, they actually did. Everything was loose.
Everything was loose.
We have to stop at regular intervals to tighten the load straps. It's surprising how much they can stretch, especially if they get wet.
Another big load.
Big one, yeah.
What do you think? Huh? Got a new wheelbarrow too. And it's such a good thing because the cement, the actual bags of cement are under there. And did it ever pour last night? Poor truck. Kind of a nice tan color. Here we go again. We've arrived back at the lake. And this is a big load. We've hit this boat launch and it's a little bit rough. There he is sporting his new coat. See if it's easy to get out of here today. We're on our way to a live stream with our YouTube homies and we sure hope we can make it on time.
Really nice. Hey.
Yeah, it looks beautiful.
Wow. That's tiny.
I'm heading over to the trailer now to unload it, so I'm going to need the forks. Pepper has hydraulic assist that makes connecting implements super easy. There, locked in place, easy peasy. The cardboard is used to protect these fuel containers from UV degradation. Yeah, they don't look very good, so I'll have to come up with something a little more elegant. The trailer is loaded to full capacity, and with the bucket and forks, Pepper weighs in at over 10,000 pounds. So to stay within the payload safety limits of the barge, I'll have to spread the material transfer over several trips. In case you're wondering why I'm taking a bucket to unload a flat deck, there are a couple of reasons. The lake level is too low for the barge at the usual public boat ramp, so I made arrangements to unload the trailer on private land outside the shallow bay. The trailer is parked at the top of a hill, so I will need to dress the access route with the bucket and make it smooth. After unloading, I'll want to use the bucket to tidy up any track marks and leave the grounds just as I found it.
Well, this looks a little better. Smoothed it out. I don't know if you can make it out on camera, but Pepper rides a lot smoother going up and down this hill now, which is good. So now it comes time to offload this trailer. It'll probably take, I'm guessing, 4, maybe 5 barge trips. It all depends on how I do.
This is where having a spotter would come in super handy and save so much time. At this angle, I really cannot see the tips of the forks from inside the cab, and I don't want to scrape up the deck or wreck a pallet, so I need to be really careful. Watching this back is kind of funny though. My head is popping in and out of the cab like a prairie dog. I thought about mounting a camera on the forks to help with situations like this, but I haven't gotten around to researching that out yet. This skid of rigid insulation is pretty light, so I pulled it off the back of the trailer and I'll stack it here to help reduce the number of barge trips I'll have to take. To prevent tipping over, heavy loads should always be oriented to the uphill side of the slope you're traveling on. As I climb the ramps onto the barge deck, I need to keep the load close to the ground in case I tip forward. If I do exceed the tipping point, the load will contact the ground, stop the forward tilt, and prevent a disaster from happening. To keep the bow of the barge out of the water, I'm positioning the bulk of Pepper's weight just aft of the center point, towards the stern. This is why I had to climb the ramps backwards. Had I just drove straight onto the barge, the payload distribution would be way too far forward, and the front of the barge would plow under the water like a diving submarine. The next step is wiggling Pepper on the deck to center the weight. This avoids any excessive listing and ensures a level deck for travel on the water. One last check. I need to verify the clearances and make sure the bow is not stuck on the bottom. Then I can get underway. And we're back. This is trip number 2, and we'll be moving those dreaded bags of aggregates that we picked up for the battery bunker. Those of you familiar with our channel will know of our past challenges with hauling bags of rock. We have a new supplier now, and right away I noticed 2 things. The bags are way fuller, and they seem to be way stronger. Remember what I said about keeping the load close to the ground? This is why. These bags are really heavy and they have Pepper on his tiptoes. Since I must climb the ramp backwards with this last load, I need to finesse this bag up the ramps. And we are right on the knife edge of the tipping point here, so I have to be very careful. Thankfully, Pepper has feather touch controls. Without them, this maneuver would not even be possible.
Welcome to the Ryan and Melody
Show! I was singing a different song.
What song were you singing, honey?
The out of tune one.
Oh, normally he's very good, but anyways, good to see you guys here tonight. We almost didn't make it because we've had a very, very big supply load run. We've had to do a couple more of those lately because we're coming down to the crunch of a project that we're working on. And that's just
It's horrendous.
it's a wild one.
It's humongous.
You guys, this one's, if you think we had a day last episode, we're having some days now. We're going to get this accomplished, aren't we? We're going to get this done.
I hope so. So I got the last 2 pallets on. Those are heavy ones. And I'm just going to try to move the trailer. We got this fancy little slipper that Corlo made for us.
You may wonder who Corlo is. He's one of our subscribers who saw me struggling without a hitch ball, so he reached out and offered to put this little slipper together for us. Genius!
Fits on the end of the forks. I just secured it with a strap. I'm thinking maybe I'll put a pin in here to make it easier, just drop a pin in. But anyways, for now, this is our first test run. It's designed to move pieces of equipment like Alvin and small trailers and stuff like that. But I thought, hey, why don't I try to relocate the big trailer and let's see how it goes. This thing's awesome! It works great! This thing was awesome, and it's way faster than hooking the truck up. This worked really well. I'm using the slipper again. I love this thing. We're working on the bunker today. I'm going to take that overhang down with that big stump. That's going to come out because that's a bit dangerous there. And then I'm going to carve that side out as well. Do a little bit of detailing here. And then it should be ready for forming. I just want to carve some of the slopes a little better for safety so that it's not so vertical. And then start putting the forms in. So that should be fun.
Well, as we wind the season down, we've got our potatoes here. They're kind of starting to die off. And I think we might have actual potatoes underneath. But my goodness, we have such a bounty of tomatoes. And we've got a real big one right there. I think that is a cabbage. And I think that's a cauliflower. Raspberry bush really is doing nicely. This one's okay, but I think something's getting to them. This is our blueberry and our other blueberry. Then we've got our grapes. So one thing that we have learned this season is that we have to prune our grapes back, and we're going to put a trellis behind them. So, you know, these things are all very much a part of our learning experience here at the beginning, and we're going to do much better next year. But our trees have done fairly well. People have really been interested to know if our trees survived, and they definitely have. This is our one apple. Our other apple, it's looking pretty healthy actually. We're going to need to prune them next year. This one's looking really healthy too. And these are plums here. This one, unfortunately,
That's our Charlie Brown tree.
is not looking very healthy, but it's not entirely dead because it's got new growth here at the bottom, and it's been eaten like crazy. It's just lace. So this one's been attacked by a bug. So next year, hopefully it'll come back, but it's not looking too good at the moment.
Every time we come back to the island, it feels a little familiar and a little different. The shoreline is the same, sometimes. The trees are the same. The cabin is tucked in where we left it, but out here nothing waits for us exactly the way we left it. This trip was supposed to be simple enough. Bring more supplies in, keep moving on the projects, check on the garden, and settle back into the rhythm of island life. But that is never really how it works. There's always something to haul, something to fix, something to rethink, or something that reminds us that this place is very much in charge. And as beautiful as it looks from above, building a life out here still comes down to one trip, one decision, and one problem at a time. You all heard of a backhoe, right? Well, Pepper has a front hoe, and it works just great for situations like this. Well, that's pretty amazing. A couple of swipes and it's all down. I feel a lot better knowing that that cornice is no longer hovering above my head. Once I roll this big stump into position, I can then pick it up and haul it off to the burn pile. Just a couple of more bucket trips and we're all cleaned up. With Pepper, this took about 5 minutes. Without Pepper, this would have taken hours. If you are new here, please do not copy what you're seeing here in this footage. This was filmed months ago before I properly understood the dangers of working inside an excavation without proper benching or shoring in place. Because we film well ahead of when episodes are posted, you may still see more bunker footage from this same period. Since learning more about the risks, I have stopped all further work on the bunker, regrouped, and put together a proper safety plan before continuing. So here I am working in this excavation with Pepper, and the fact that this wall didn't collapse gave me a false sense of security. One thing I have since learned is that once the sun dries out a wall face, it can let go at any time without any warning. Like I said, it can let go at any time without any warning. So don't do this. Bench your soil properly or use shoring.
It's a very, very, very rainy, wet day out there. And we've been having such a bad problem with our fireplace. So Ryan's going to have to take it out because it's been smoking inside the cabin to the point where we can smell the smoke all the time. And it's unbelievable. I can smell it right now. So Ryan's actually going to have to take it out. He's ordered a different stove altogether. And this was like a very special little stove because we got it at auction and we got it updated. And today's the day we're going to have to take it out. Because even when I was right there, Ryan, I could smell the smoke so strong. It must just be sitting in there.
It's ash.
Ash.
The ash. So it's like ash particles in the air.
Oh dear, which is even worse.
Yeah, it's.
And this is after just having put it back in, after finishing everything and getting the exhaust fan put up there. And it's just really raining out there, so I guess we'll have to wait for a while to get fire in here, hey?
I use this dirty freezer bag?
Yeah. Oh, wow. That's a good idea. What kind of tape is that?
Electric tape. Okay. It's stretchy, right?
Yeah.
I should put an end to that.
Where did that big bag go?
I'm looking for my screwdriver. I just had it.
This is kind of how it goes. This is literally how it goes every day.
Take it?
No. No, I didn't. And that's how that goes too.
Honey, where'd you put it?
Yeah. That's kind of sad, isn't it, honey?
It is.
Oh.
It'd be an awfully nice stove for a shop. Another sad day, honey.
Do you think we can get it fixed?
Well, I can take it to the shop and rebed it all.
I think it's worth it.
Might be, yeah.
It's just such a beautiful stove, and it was the perfect size for in here. I don't want to take a chance with this one anymore. But it doesn't mean that we can't fix it eventually.
You see, there's no pressure at all there. The bag's not inflated.
Yeah.
All the air is coming from here. Okay?
Okay.
It's getting dark, so I thought we'd go take a look at what I've been up to for the past couple hours.
What have you been up to?
Well, we have to clear a spot at the old cabin site because that's going to be our new burn area, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to find a place to put all that stuff. So I cleared a spot to put all that stuff.
So you didn't clear it for the sawmill?
Nope, not yet. I'll show you why. Come on.
Okay.
Clearing a spot for the sawmill, I would need you to spot for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit too dangerous. This I didn't.
Right, good. Okay. And we've had a little trouble this week.
Oh, don't jump. With the power, you mean?
With my power.
Oh, with you being sick? Yeah, I know. Yeah, you've been really sick, actually.
Yeah, it's been a hard week. Oof.
Yeah, but I'm glad you finally went to the doctor.
Yeah, wow. Look at this here.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, my word. This is...
It's a mud pit.
It's a very odd color of mud. Sand water.
Yeah. I moved Alvin so we can never get the hitch stuck in the gas pipe or the tailpipe again.
Okay. Well, mud pit central here.
Speaking of pit.
Oh my goodness. Wow. I can't even see my garden anymore.
No. The garden almost fell in the pit. How close it came.
Okay, this is a little too close for comfort for my garden. Oh no.
Yeah.
Come around. Come. Come. You're too close.
We could actually put the whole cabin in there.
Honey, don't go too close because I'm not afraid of heights, but I have seen this thing
Oh,
cave
come
in
on,
a few
get out of
times.
there. Hey. Yeah.
Wow, okay. So now it's a bit more of a bowl. It used to be just a crevice. Here's our potatoes. Yeah, wow, okay. Well,
Big story is the tomatoes.
that is the big story. Boy, those things are really, really loaded up. The lady at Home Depot told us that was going to be the case.
Yeah, she said we better like tomatoes because there's going to be a lot of them.
Mm-hmm. I have a hard time even breathing walking up here.
Up into firewood.
What were you saying?
I'm going to cut all this up into firewood.
Oh, wow. Oh, I bet you there's some good logs in there, though.
There might be one.
I'd keep the one then.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's keep as much as we can. Oh, my word. What the world's this here?
I didn't touch that.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks bigger to me.
That's a little bigger.
Have you been sawing and cutting down trees?
No.
Oh.
Just cutting down the stuff that's already down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, what's going to go here?
Well, eventually the solar array is going to go in there.
Not here. This is going to be expanded for the orchard and our food.
Solar array's going back there.
The solar array was going to be going behind in that area there.
And then it was going to go there, and then I think it was actually going to go over there.
Finding a suitable location for the solar tracker has been a bit challenging. I'm thinking this would be a good location because it would be somewhat protected from prevailing winds. It would be somewhat hidden and therefore not an eyesore from the lake. And it would get a lot of the morning sun without the need to remove a bunch of trees. Another option would be to locate it behind the vineyard, but that would require a whole lot more groundwork. What do you think?
Well, it's up to you, but we are going to expand the orchard here. And so I'm just wondering if that makes sense to you to have the tracker there, then that's good that you found a good spot that you like.
I might like it, but anyways, I'll have to see how low the sun travels across the sky in the winter. So this might not work.
It's plan after plan, huh?
It changes.
It really does. What I'd like to see is an actual map of the island with logistics, like with, everything really, really carefully mapped out, the things that we all have, places for them. That's what we need instead of just starting and just loosey-goosey putting stuff here and there.
I have a plan for all the infrastructure. It's all mapped out on a satellite shot.
Those trees look pretty good, don't they? The first one, I mean...
This one's a Charlie Brown special.
I don't think it's dead, though. I think that it was attacked by some kind of bug because there are fresh green leaves at the bottom that the bugs just weren't able to get to.
Yeah. So
anyways, it'll be...
You may recall that I cleaned out this area for the next row of trees.
Maybe that's it. We really don't need more than 8 fruit trees, do we? For just the 2 of us or whoever. I mean, I guess we could in the end,
I
but...
think we do.
No.
But it all depends. I mean, you could add 2 more and make 10.
Yeah.
But then I've only got this left. And then all this is cleared out.
Yeah. No, and there's some good trees in here.
You should have seen all the shrapnel from all those trees that were there.
I bet.
Those are the limbs.
It's getting kind of dark now.
Yeah. We should probably go in. I'm getting kind of hungry.
Oh, wow.
I'm glad you're outside getting some fresh air.
That's all I could do, but...
Well, you've been cooped up for so long, eh? There's one more quick thing I want to show you.
Opa's going to be our tour guide.
Yes. He was out here helping.
I think we should just put our dock together.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Well, speaking of which, I want to show you something.
Do you see any bear tracks?
No.
Where's the bears? The bears. The bulls.
Every now and then you get a soft spot in your sink.
Yeah, I've had that happen. I thought I lost half of my leg. Look at this, eh? This is kind of a nice, it looks like a paved road. Oh no, you've been down here? You've been here again?
Yep. So what I want to do is go post. Get a post pounder, go post, and then backfill this with some kind of an aggregate. And then we'll have a year-round place close to the water.
That's what you've been doing. That's why I couldn't hear you again.
What do you mean you couldn't hear me?
I couldn't hear you. I knew you were up to no good.
This is good, honey.
Phew! Where'd you end up? Oh, man. Oh, we spent 3 days, 2 and some, right here with, those are hard days.
They were. But I think this will be awesome if we put posts all around it so the water can't wash it away.
I think we should go on a little expedition looking for
the
birds' boats that they had all lined up there. We've seen them before.
Well, there's a couple in there.
Yeah. We should go take a look at them.
They're really decayed, honey. Yeah.
I just want to see them.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe when it's a little lighter out.
Yeah.
But this is perfectly calm, even when it's a tempest out there. It's wonderful in here.
Well, that was a nice little tour. Thank you, Opal. Thanks for the tour. Not very talkative. She needs to figure out another profession. Huh?
Remember that log?
I took that log all the way down. Oh, that was a big chore. So I have an idea about what I'm going to do. I'm going to find a strap and I'm going to wrap it around my waist, wrap it around one of those big logs, and I'm going to take it back to where we're so terribly stuck. I'm going to wrap this strap around me. I'm going to try and pull that log. It's very heavy, but I have to try. I can do it. I did it all the way. I can do it. I can do it.
Hey.
I can roll it down now. I can roll it down the hill.
The next big question is, where is that new dock actually going to go? I like the idea of tucking it into the cove where it has some protection, but Melody's been thinking it might make more sense out front, closer to the cabin. Either way, it's one of those decisions we want to get right before we start building. But you know what, we could always move it if the first spot is not optimal. Where do you guys think we should put it? Let us know in the comments below. If you're new to our channel, this story didn't start today.
That's right. Head back to Season 1 to binge all of our playlists to see how this remote island homestead began.
Every chapter of the My Wild Home experience builds on the one before it.
So grab your favorite drink and catch up on our story.
And we'll see you on the next one.